And see, what God will give you the desires of your heart because you're close to him. And your desire is to please him. Whatever it takes to please him, that's your desire. Now, once you get his desires met, he may just let you get the car. May just let you get the house. But some of us, if he give us the car and the house before we get close to him, we're headed to Galveston. We're going to lean in the mean machine with the top down. Not only must you control your walk, but you need to condition your will. He said, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. The command is to delight. Delight yourself in the Lord. This word means to have a high degree of pleasure, a high degree of joy, a high degree of satisfaction. Don't come to church wiggling, want to go home. If I go past 2 hours in service, you ought to have some pleasure, some joy in service. You ought to get excited. Listen to what Paul said. Present your bodies a what? Living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable what? Service. You ought to be so close to God, you want to just worship him. You ought not to try to figure out what you're going to do on Sunday. It said, remember the Sabbath and keep it what? Holy. You see, when life goes bad, we tend to focus on the problems that arise around us. When this happens, we become defeated and depressed and fall into sadness. However, at all times of life, we are challenged to let the Lord be the focus of our attention. If we can focus on who he is, what he has done, it will change our thinking. When I think about God brought me from Bakersfield, picking cotton, help me somebody. Set me in Houston, called me to preach, preaching 6 months and put me in a church, been in a church 38 years, taking care of me. I can't do nothing but shout. Didn't have to do that for me. And when you think about where God has brought you from, what God has done for you, how God has kept you, how God has kept the enemy from you, you ought to get excited. The Lord is our delight. We will only want the things which bring him glory. Everything I do, I want him to get the glory. I didn't make a whole lot of money and move out of my neighborhood. Come on, talk to me. I made a lot of money too, boy. Ain't that right, Michael? Huh? I told him that because he used to work for me. But I stayed right where I was. Some folk in your old neighborhood need to know that you can stay around them. Come on, talk to me here. And still be comfortable in your neighborhood. You ain't hearing what I'm saying. Huh? God is good. And some folk need to know he's good anywhere you are. Come on, talk to me here. Huh? And I don't have to worry about it. I can park as many cars at my house I want to. I don't have to worry about the association telling me I got to move my trash can. I can paint my house any color I want. Come on, talk to me here, huh? I can let my grass grow high as I want to. But you paying a note and they telling you what you can't do. Let me move on because I'm meddling now. God will open the windows of heaven and give us every desire of our heart if we delight in him. And finally, then we have to be committed to our ways. Commit thy ways unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light and thy judgment as the noonday. The command is commit your ways unto the Lord. The word means to roll on to. The idea here is that we have rolled the burdens of life over unto the Lord. The Lord has not asked his children to carry the burdens of life alone. He tells us to bring them to him. Look what Matthew 11:28 says. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Learn of me. My yoke is easy. My burdens are light. 1 Peter 5:6-7 says, humble yourself, therefore, unto the mighty hand of the Lord, that he may exalt you. Watch this now. Here's the key. In due time. Some of you ain't ready to be exalted. He'll exalt you in due time. Why get a car and a house you can't pay for?
Come worship with us every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. at our North Campus and 12 noon at our South Campus.